What up guys, I'm Matt Field, professional Formula Drift driver. Welcome to Field Prep. It's another day of things arriving, but something big that I've been waiting for, the Borla exhaust system. I'm gonna open it up, see what happens, put it on, and super pumped is finally here. Those are long boys. Woohoo! So before I even knew, Graham's over here putting the first Borla header on. She's in, clears the steering shaft nicely, clears the cross member nicely. You can see the fitment of this thing. It's literally perfect. It's so nice when stuff is built for a Corvette and it fits. Other ones over here on the floor. We're gonna get these fit up. What about you? You're just eating snacks in my seat. We just got the headers on. They fit nice and square, long in here. Borla did a nice job when they designed these headers. So now we're gonna put on the X pipe and then the rear pieces, and then we have to figure out what kind of exhaust mount to make after that. Smooth. Now to work on the back part of the exhaust. Since the Borla exhaust was meant for a C6, it ended basically right here and then would have had to have the mufflers and everything else normally. But since our chassis is cut back here, regular off-the-shelf exhaust wouldn't work. So what these guys are doing are adding some CX Racing 3-inch stainless to it, chopping this at an angle, and they're gonna do the same thing over here for this side, because you can see that's where the Borla one normally goes, and that's what they just achieved right there. But I think that they did a great job. Look at that. And it looks really, really good. It really cleared it quite well, and then now this comes right out the back. Right now we are heat wrapping the exhaust because the diff is right here, the axles are right here, but the radiator is literally right on top of the exhaust. It's kind of a bummer that the radiator is right on top of the exhaust, but you have no option in a Corvette. That's where it goes. So heat wrap it and hope that it stays cold, I guess. Now we got to safety wire it, because as we come to the end, the safety wire actually holds this heat wrap down. We're gonna do two, one on here, one on here. Maybe my safety wire is up to that safety wire. It's an exciting day. Day we've been waiting for a while. Dan with Part Shop Max has finally delivered our suspension. You can see here the wide array of suspension components that we are working with. All custom, all hand TIG welded in-house in San Diego at Part Shop Max. So this is the first run of pieces that will eventually wind into production. I think it's a pretty solid start. So today, Dan is actually here. He drove up last night from San Diego to deliver our suspension so he can be here today to show us how they go on the car. Time to throw down. We're putting on the shock. First step. So we're running into a couple of issues, normal stuff when suspension's brand new. This angle in here is a little off, so we're gonna have to modify it, just what happens. Have Graham and Rye back here working on the rear suspension. Hopefully those all go in good. All right, some modifications were made. The angle of the upper control arm just wasn't quite right, so we changed it. We're getting closer. Still needs a little bit more fine tuning, but we're making progress. It's time to put on the brakes. Had these sitting in the box for 2 or 3 months now. I ordered these from Willwood, custom colored, spec'd out. So I'm gonna bolt it on. We kind of rough mocked it up, which is why these bolts are kind of in here, but I haven't actually ever put it on with all the suspension and everything. But in order to dial in angle and clearance, like caliper clearance is going to be could be an issue down in there as well. So got to put it on and figure it out. I'm going to put the shocks on. There they are. We had to make some modifications. They were a little too long the first time, so these are the new ones that are a little bit shorter. I've been in here clearancing and getting kind of angle stuff set up so that now we have the correct amount of droop. So now that shock should fit in between here and here. I just got it mostly adjusted, but not exactly sure how it's gonna go, so gonna put it on and see. Got the rear suspension on, shocks are in. Building brake lines on a drift car is a nightmare in the front because there's so much steering angle, so there's a ton of caliper swing, and finding the exact right place to put it is a pain. But we found that I'm going to put my quick disconnect right here. Boom, boom, boom. The brake line is going to wrap around the shock and then come through here into the caliper. And that kind of minimizes the amount of tension. I was trying to go around back, but then the brake line used to be this long. Then when it turns all the way this way, it's crammed into the shock and stuff. So we spent some time, we figured it out, and we know where it's going to go. I am working on placing the shock pots, and in this application it does make it pretty nice because I have a little option here to put it and run it exactly with the shock so that we know exactly what shock stroke is, so we can directly relate that to how much wheel travel it is based off of the motion ratio. So what I'm doing right now is drilling this lower mount in the shock. I'm going to tap it for this M5 bolt. It's gonna come this way because this M5 bolt fits directly through the AIM shock potentiometer. And then I'll probably drill it and put a little bit of one of those little RC body pins to be able to take it off easy without any tools. So drilling that, I'll tap it, then I'll somehow manage to try to drill up in here, tap that, and hopefully it'll work. Look at that. You might ask why I'm wearing this ridiculous outfit, but because the guys from Wish came by and we did a whole production here.
You can get pretty much anything you could possibly imagine on Wish, including this.
Haha! You know, got some funny, ridiculous stuff in it, like these shoes and this jacket, so have a look.
It's hard to unget.
Stuff under here.
Premiumbeat.com.
Gonna be